While so many people are arguing over what is or is not, or what does or does not belong in Star Wars over the past several days because of the release of Andor, something has completely and totally overshadowed that, because there's clear that one thing people are still interested in seeing at the box office is George Lucas's Star Wars. Revenge of the Sith tops box office as Star Wars fans pack theaters. And considering it's a re-release of a 20-year-old movie, it performed incredibly well. You can look at this. Sinners had a great hold for Warner Brothers, but second at the box office this weekend is the 20th anniversary release of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, at $25.2 million domestically. That does bump it up to over $400 million domestically for its entire lifetime run. In all likelihood, over the next couple days, it'll get over $900 million globally. And you can kind of see how it compares to some of these other releases. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, had its 20th anniversary received with thunderous applause. $25.2 million re-release 3-day opening weekend, beating Titanic's 15th anniversary, and the biggest since The Lion King's $30 million 3D re-release. And it more than doubles Avatar's $10 million reopening weekend as the biggest post-COVID. It was actually bigger than Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back for the special edition releases. Couldn't touch A New Hope. $36 million in 1997 for the special edition re-release of A New Hope. And I would guess if we factored in inflation, it might not, it would probably be maybe equivalent to Return of the Jedi and probably not even up to what Empire Strikes Back got to. Either way, between that and $17 million overseas, pretty impactful, pretty big weekend for Revenge of the Sith. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out there, and look, for me, seeing Revenge of the Sith was one of my favorite memories from my Star Wars fandom back in 2005. I remember it vividly. I had played the game back when they released games and books and things and stuff like that before the movie came out in theaters, where they weren't as worried about spoilers and stuff like that. I played the Revenge of the Sith video game in like the week leading up to the release of this movie, and told all my friends what I thought was going to happen, and we didn't get the big Mace Windu Anakin fight that I was hoping for, but still, it was an incredible experience. And I get that there's a lot of people that, regardless of whether they love this movie or not, regardless of whether they love George Lucas's Star Wars or not, they don't want to go because they don't want to give money to Disney, especially a Disney that's continuing to destroy Star Wars, but wants to make money off what George Lucas made after they destroyed his property. And I totally respect that. I'm not going to sit here to tell you what to do with your money, what not to do with your money. I have the Blu-ray for the Revenge of the Sith, watched it this weekend. But there's no doubt that a lot of people, whether it's their first time seeing this or they want to relive the excitement they had on the big screen, or whether they want to take their kids to it, a lot of people are doing exactly that for Star Wars that they actually want. And look, they did bring out Anakin and Mace. They brought out Hayden Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson to one of the theaters where they were doing a 20th anniversary screening and surprised some people. You can see it right here.
20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
They want him to do the Anakin spin move with the saber. There's Samuel L. Jackson coming out with his, and I totally respect the people who say, hey, even if I love this movie, I'm not going to see it because I don't want to give money to Disney. There's also a lot of people who really, really had a good time going to watch this. So pretty interesting that when you give Star Wars fans something they want, they show up in droves for it. Unfortunately, George Lucas is not at Lucasfilm. George Lucas is not in control of Star Wars, and he never will be again, despite some people's desperate efforts to mislead people into thinking that he will be. But certainly when you get big anniversaries like this, you see that the love is still definitely there for real Star Wars.